What's going on, everyone? This is Sarge, and the new game that you're about to see is League of Legends, which is very new to my channel, but not new to myself. It's a game that I've been playing since the beta. League of Legends is an action RTS video game published by a company called Riot Games. Heavily inspired by an old custom war map for Warcraft 3 called Defense of the Ancients, or what some of you may have known as Dota. What I'm going to just talk about the character that I'm going to be playing in this game, this particular game, and it's one of the newer characters, new to myself. I haven't actually been playing for a while now, but I was on the beta and played since the release has been out. I think the reason why I never posted game footage in the first place was I wasn't sure how big LOL was going to be at the time of its release, but apparently it's really huge now. There's like a $5 million competition going on, and it's been really successful to the community. You see me pick off a couple kills there. But the hero that I'm playing is called Brand. He's new to myself. I've just started trying him out and getting back into the game, so I was a little rusty. The gameplay footage that you're looking at here is kind of like mid-game. How the game usually starts off is you select a hero at the beginning to start it's a 5-on-5, and your team would select their own heroes, and depending on the type of hero you would use depends on how you would play out through the rest of the game. And so it's very team oriented. You have your support heroes, your typical, you know, mage DPSs, melee, tanks, all of that stuff. And how it works is as you play through the game, you level up your hero, and you can purchase items in your store. Those items would help buff you up, and depending on how well your team does, you would completely take over the other team, getting into their crystal, which is at their main base. Destroying the crystal would win you the game. And for those of you who play Dota and understand how the mechanics work, but for those of you who are new, it's very, very I want to say team-oriented at the same time, but strategical. There's really a lot of different. You have to know multitasking. Basically, is how you is how you play the game. You have to know exactly what commands to use for your hero, the order you're supposed to use them in. Helping out your team is very heavily inspired with this latest game of League of Legends. Now, for those of you who understand where Dota was from, created by an original, the original maker, which his name was Steve Ginsu. He went on to make this game and formed Riot Games, which started off controversial at the time because it was a free game. Everybody figured, okay, well, it's not going to do so successful because of it being free. But after a while, as the community, you know, picked up off of it and won all these awards, it did really, really successful. So here you can see a really good battle between our team and theirs. This is how typical League of Legends games works when you get a 5-on-5 going on. And I just go all out here and ended up killing, I think, 4 people. So it was a complete massacre. And I pulled off a nice quad kill, which doesn't really happen often, but it usually depends on, again, the type of hero. I have more of a AoE hero, so I do a lot of dots and group kills. So if I can get people to group up like that, I can do a lot of damage. That's specific what my hero is intended to do. Obviously, you can see he's running on flame, so that's a lot of his abilities. Is he uses a lot of fire to attack the enemy, and I'm a very aggressive player, so when it comes to gaming, so I started off the match pretty slow, got killed 3 times, got a couple of jumpers, and so came back, and you see me pulling off some pretty good kills here, throwing my ultimate out, and we're going to finish this guy off. I think pick him off. Timing is key. Timing is key when you're playing the game. I've learned that over the years playing. I was playing Dota on, I think it was, wow, 06? No, I think it was 05. It was before, once Steve left and Ice Frog, which is the new guy that started or carried after Steve's work, took over. And so it was 5.84C, I think it was the version of Dota that I started on. And this was back when Stealth Assassin had his Death Ward, and they were still experimenting with new heroes, like I think it was the Gambler. He was only in like a couple versions of the game, but I had a lot of adventures there, and I could say this game is very fun when you have a lot of friends that you like to play with, and you just get on and play against different kinds of teams. And what they've done with League of Legends is opened up a ranking system where you can actually buddy up with a party and then face against other parties as well. And these are competitive parties too, kind of like your typical PUG games for COD 4. But you can use scrimmages, you can schedule matches, and have really fun 5-on-5 games. But this particular game, what you're seeing me here, is not a ranked game, only because of the friends that I'm playing with. They're kind of like doing their own thing right now. I haven't played with them in so long, so I'm kind of getting myself back into shape. So I just did a solo. I soloed the queue, and I'm playing alone, but with a couple randoms. Well, actually, they're all randoms, I believe. None of the people in here I know. So, yeah, I gave you guys my League of Legends name, so you guys can definitely add me into the game. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to get back into it only because it's just something to kill some time away from the first-person shooter genres. I've kind of get a little burnt out, and Bad Company 2 right now is as successful as it's doing now. It's not as really big in the competitive scene. That's why you haven't seen me post a lot of competitive footage. And so I'm playing League of Legends now just to give me the time in between before Battlefield 3 comes out. So yeah, definitely add me to the game. The other team we had made them rage quit, so they ended up forfeiting the match and we won. And I pulled off a nice 10-3, which was decent, concerning Brand being a new hero. So definitely subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will catch you guys later. All right, take care. Bye.